Welcome to 4 Beers In. I'm Dan.
And I'm Joe.
And I'm Rob.
And we're a podcast about mates sharing experiences over a few drinks. Come laugh with us.
Or at us.
As we become 4 Beers In.
4 Beers In!
How are we doing, Dan?
We are good. We are live at Limestone Coast Brewing on 5.
You've finally got there.
That's it.
Finally.
We're on 5 Action Road in Malaga. We are. And I'm not here on my own. I've got Joe, as you just heard.
Hello.
And I've got Rob in the middle.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Good. And we got a fantastic guest here by the name of Dan.
Hey,
Another Dan.
Another Dan.
Oh.
Dan, they always come in. We've had multiple Dans
So
on the
is
show.
there D1 and D2? Is that how we do this? Like B1 and B2?
No, that sounds bad.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't
D1.
sound good. Yeah, it's not
Edit
B1
that
and B2.
Edit that out. So what brings you down, Dan? Is this one of your local places? Tell us what you think about this beautiful
Yeah.
location we're in.
But
Good question.
100% local beer.
Local
beer.
Local beer, good beer. It's 10 minutes from my house.
Fantastic.
Fresh. It's fucking great.
Do you have a favourite?
You could be neighbours, Joe.
Hornblower.
Always.
Always Hornblower.
That's what I got in my hand right now.
Yeah, that's what you're drinking.
Oh, blow up.
God, this Hornblower. It's kicking
What
off,
are
isn't
you
it?
drinking right now,
What
though?
is it?
What's that?
That's
Well, we don't want to talk about that.
Blackbeard, isn't it? It's the Blackbeard Irish
It's a
Stout.
Blackbeard Irish Stout.
Yeah, that's what you're drinking
That's what
too.
I'm drinking.
You're loving it.
Delicious beer. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, Hornblower and
Hornblower.
Blackbeard is my two favourites. And then the
Poseidon?
Mio.
They are. They're mine.
The pale ale. Oh,
Poseidons.
they've changed the recipe, and it is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
If you want
Do
a
you
lighter
remem-
beer, it just... Oh.
We just had a paddleball, didn't we?
We did, and we had Poseidons on it.
We knocked
Yeah.
that out of the park, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we had Japanese, the Mio, Poseidons, and then a Hornblower.
And then what was the last one? We pulled Sven. No, Sven brought out
Sherbet.
the sherbet
bomb.
Oh.
Sherbet bomb.
Have you had that, Dan?
Sherbet bomb.
Yeah, I'm not a bit sour, isn't it?
Bit too sour?
I don't-
Sour
I'm
beers
not
are getting about,
Not a
aren't
sour
they?
guy.
Yeah.
But I had a mate. He loves the rice lager. I took the rice lager. It was his 40th this year. I drove it up to Darwin for him.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
tell us about Darwin.
Had to go there for his 40th.
Yeah.
And
Or the
like,
drive.
Did you
let's go.
dodge a croc?
Nah, we
No, but I heard they're
what do you
everywhere, aren't they? No joking. I heard crocs are everywhere. They are.
They
Aren't
are.
they? No, are they?
Yeah, you've seen the video where the guy hits a croc with the frying pan, yeah?
No.
Yeah, like the croc
Is he in
comes
his
up-
kitchen?
No, he's in the backyard.
Yeah.
And the croc's coming up in his backyard, and this old fella's whacking the croc with his frying pan, like, get the fuck out of here.
Like they're a pest.
Yeah.
Like they're a
They're a
pest.
pest,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like a grasshopper.
The mates that I was going up there for his birthday know that guy.
Oh, man.
No. He's a
real
legend.
He's not
Crocodile and Dundee.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like when you start to, what's the word? Desensitize.
It's a crocodile.
Because you're used to seeing crocs
Yeah.
all the time. That's what I imagine it would be like.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
Like-
who hits a croc with a frying pan?
That's like-
Someone who
Fair enough.
sees them all the time.
Yeah, it's the same like kangaroos here, right?
Would you
Who
hit a
cares
kangaroo?
about kangaroos? Whatever.
I've
they're-
never hit a kangaroo with a frying
But-
pan.
But you see them all the time. They're everywhere.
They're
Then
around.
You get people over and they're like, holy crap, why are there so many kangaroos? Like, why are they everywhere?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Would you
Do you
reckon
reckon it's like that then, up there? They're not
they're-
everywhere, but they're just...
Like everyone that
Scenic.
knows, they're like, my mates had it in their swimming pool. It was in their pool.
That's too
1 year.
close. That's so close.
And they're like, you know what?
I've got a pole.
Yeah, I've got a bull. If I had a croc, they can eat you. You know that, right?
So our boss didn't pay us, and he just bought himself a
Yeah.
pool.
Our boss doesn't pay us. He uses that for a pool. So
We put Crocs in it.
yeah.
There's your-
And
there's your Christmas
feed
party.
people we don't like to it.
Let's bring it back to the beer. It's going
Yeah,
to
beer,
be
beer,
Crocs.
beer.
Sorry.
So anyway, I drove the beer up there for him because
Wow.
he loved the rice lager.
Yeah.
So birthday's in like 4 days. The beer's not going to get there in 4 days. I'll just go buy like 4-5 cubes and throw it in the car and off we go.
That's pretty cool.
That
What's
is
the
awesome.
trip like? How many hours is that to Darwin for our international listeners?
So it is. I did it in 3 nights, 4 days, 12 hours a day, 48 hours.
Would you guys
driving.
do that for me for my birthday?
No.
Don't.
What, for Japanese rice? Lager?
We'll buy you the lager. We won't.
Yeah.
We'll pay a courier.
Oh, you're a good friend. You're a good friend.
That's a
Brilliant
good friend, though.
friend,
That
yeah.
is a good friend.
We'll get it to you, but it won't.
But you
handle it.
But you took up all your beer that you want. You do your favourite beer, right?
Yeah, my favourite beer is the Hornblower.
The Hornblower?
100% the
Did you take the
Hornblower.
Hornblower up, Darwin?
Absolutely, that was for me.
Yeah.
All for me. I got there at midnight Friday night and woke them up, and I was like, let me in. I'm pulling up in your driver.
Dodge 6 crocs.
I got to Catherine, and I was like, it was great. So the trip from Catherine to Darwin was the last like 2-3 hours, and it was late. It was like 8-9 o'clock at night. It was pitch black.
Yeah.
Everything on the side of the road was on fire.
Oh,
So I'm just like cruising along on
Does it mean on fire, like a bushfire? or
bushfire, like proper bushfire, like burn-offs, but
Burn-offs, yeah, but
yeah,
still.
middle of the night, like late at night, you're like, this is horrible. You know,
Yeah.
so I was driving up there, got there at midnight, and I was like, beer time, pop the fridge out, crack the beers, rice lager, and
There you
it
go.
was, absolutely worth it. But yeah, Hornblower's where it's at. I come here, I get the Hornblower fuels and the kegs, like almost weekly, almost.
Almost.
You know,
Almost.
drop way too much money here. Maybe 10, 20K a year.
Good money well spent. Good money well spent.
We need to get a Dan beer here.
Yeah.
There should be a Dan
A beer
lager.
named after you.
No, because it would not be as good as Hornblower.
True. Maybe
Like,
they can
because
rename it.
We don't. Yeah.
So they can-
Underneath,
the
like in
Dan blower.
quotes.
Sorry, that's
You know what?
I didn't think
yeah,
that through.
come on.
Sorry.
Let's. Yeah. And we could have like manta rays because they got the big opening,
Yeah.
right? And then Dan blower. You see where I'm going?
We need to talk to Sven. We need to talk to Rory. we
And to get them to sort it out, go, we've got an idea. Well, Dan has an idea. Dan has an idea.
I didn't mean it to go so.
I don't have good ideas.
And it's happening.
It's happening.
Well, can we ask
happening.
a story maybe? What's we already had a cracker one going up to Darwin, but if you could think of a beer story that has happened to you in the past, revolved around beers and things like that.
Beer story around beer. You know, like there's. No, this is where you're going to lose me.
Come
Well,
on,
the-
there's going to be stories.
A trip to Darwin.
I think there's
Like,
going to
doing
be.
the kegs of beer.
Getting the beers up there.
They drink a lot up there. I hear. Is that a stereotype?
They do, but they're weak.
It's
They're weak as piss. Right?
So it's a true stereotype.
So it
As
is.
most come from somewhere.
Great Northern Crisp.
Oh, okay.
3.5% beer.
Where did
Yeah.
that come from? Not
they-
sponsored by Northern. What's it called? Great Northern.
Great, no, we're not
That's their
sponsored.
Queensland beer.
Yeah.
Is that where it's? Oh yeah, I see what's happened there.
But
Come
what it
over
is,
here.
that they've got a really good
Marketing.
road laws up there. Rules, yeah.
What in Darwin?
In Darwin, right?
Yeah.
So in WA, you cannot have an open container of alcohol in your car,
Oh, yep.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Up
yeah.
there, you can be driving with a stubby in your hand and drinking it.
So we
they
need-
don't care.
That's okay as long as you're under the limit.
As long as you're under the limit,
We
right?
need
so
to get
you
that
can
changed to
be
here.
cracking the beers, and that's why they drink the
So-
light beers.
So I could be
because
driving, and I could have Blackbeard's Limestone Coast Brewing
Absolutely
beer cracked
100%.
open,
Yeah,
and I could be sipping it as I drive along.
I was up there, Hornblower cans, and
Yeah.
I was one hand on the wheel, one hand with my beer, and sipping it, driving out to the waterfalls and the lakes.
There you go.
man.
If that's not a tourist ad right there.
That
for
is
Darwin.
the. Go to
That is, isn't it?
Why don't they use that as an advertisement?
They
Crack
do.
your
They
beer
do
and
have.
go
They do
for a
have an
drive.
interest in time. They do have an interest in advert. I think you're wearing the shirt as well.
So you
I think they've got one that.
Oh, here we go.
One that raised eyebrows. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love their shirts. They're bloody best.
I got a mate from Darwin, and he went up there, and he reckons the tide come in. He had the car out, and his mate had a shotgun because the crocs were coming in.
Why,
True bloody story.
Bloody hell.
So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if that's just like not very good forward planning though. Going you're out and about, you know when the tide comes in. We've all got phones. Check it.
Well, yeah, that's
I don't know.
just silly.
Yeah.
Right? You know,
The crocs are coming.
everyone's got what's that? Bomb?
Weather app or
Bureau-
whatever. Yeah, probably get a Croc app in
AccuWeather,
Darwin.
Yeah.
Crocs.
I heard that's
Where-
getting a bad rap at the moment, the bomb.
Oh, it's got a bit of a
Oh,
bad
that
design.
The bomb.
A new design or something?
Yeah.
What's this?
The
Yeah.
weather app.
Have you
or
not checked
something.
the weather lately?
No,
My
this
weather
is
app's
too
crap.
political. You should edit this out.
Yeah.
100%. They spent $96 million on a new website that's absolute shit.
Yeah.
Who did? Who?
The Bureau of
government.
Government.
Bureau of Meteorology
Don't worry
made
about
a
it.
new website.
I'm
and
surprised
it's
our
garbage.
research team didn't pick
You know
this
what?
one up.
I'm going to get my phone
Mate.
out just to show Dan.
Mate,
Yeah.
just look outside your window. There's the weather right there.
That's right.
Hang on.
Unless you're in Melbourne, which I hear have multiple weather.
Oh, don't diss the Melbourne.
We can diss
Knights.
Melbourne. But I heard someone go. I asked someone, "Are you moving to Melbourne?" They're
Yeah,
like, "Yeah." I
Dan.
go, "What did they? What's weather like in Melbourne?" And they
See,
just said it's
changed.
shit.
See, it's changed. Doesn't look the same.
Your first
Every
thoughts.
day.
Your first thoughts, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know that website.
No, I tell you, like, probably one of the best experience I had with beer is actually going camping. I love camping, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Camping
Yep.
everywhere.
Yep.
The
What's your favourite camp spot in WA?
oh shit, Avon Valley. 100%
Okay.
Avon Valley,
Yep. Yep.
right?
Yep.
Just up off 2J
Yep.
Road.
Fair
and,
enough.
yeah,
Yep.
Go down to. We usually end up camping the weekend before the Avon descent,
Yep.
so the river's full, and we get out there, throw a rope across the river where the rapids are, and just get in the water. Middle of winter,
Yep.
give a shit, right?
Yeah.
We're swimming.
Yeah.
We're having fun. I've got a mate that shits in the river. He's great.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
You don't want to go there. Right, but it is absolutely phenomenal, the river. Right, so you just make it like where the rapids are.
Till your mate went in.
So you just swim upstream of where those rapids at the Avon campground.
And everybody's
Dude,
south of that point right there.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Don't go to
yeah.
those rapids and get in the water.
Oh,
You
yeah.
might get pink eye. So,
Icebergs are floating around there, brown ones.
but probably one of the best was we went down to Coal Mine,
Yep.
which
Yep.
is you know where that is.
Yeah, we know
I forget
Como,
where it-
yep.
No,
No, Coal Mine.
Coal Mine.
Oh no, I don't.
Down. Yeah. Down. Oh.
Past Dwelling up
In
in it.
between Pemberton and Albany.
Yep.
On
Yes,
the-
I know.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
yep.
Pemberton and
on
Albany.
the-
Yeah.
It's like at one of the river inlets, and
Warren
And-
River.
yeah.
Yes, Warren River, yeah.
Yeah, we went down there, camped for like 4 or 5 nights, and we took one of the portable bars from Limestone.
I've heard about these portable
Yeah.
bars. So
Oh,
how
they're
does
good.
that work? How do
we
they
had
work?
we had a powered site, so you
Yeah.
don't need the 240 volts. They give you the whole kit. I think I was looking online for the planning a camping trip again
Yeah.
to a powered site, and it was like, $75 a night or for the weekend or whatever. And I'm like, sweet, we'll get that. You take it down there, you plug it into your power, you pour the refrigerant liquids in it,
Yeah.
and then you hook your kegs up.
Hell yeah.
Your kegs can be at room temp,
Okay.
right? So you don't need to keep the kegs cold like with your kegerator.
Yep.
And you just
Got beer the whole camping trip.
having pints while camping instead of cans.
Dan, why, when we
Oh,
went on
no.
camping
We've
trips,
not done
why have
this,
we
mate.
not done this?
Because we're just lazy and we just get a carton.
One carton?
No, it's way more than that.
That's way more than
About to
that.
say, yeah.
One carton each.
So
No,
that's-
but we
that's
should look. I did see they do that. So it's great you brought it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a Bruce's Tips just there. If we go to the Bruce's Tips, that's just one right there.
If
I was
you're
telling-
going camping,
outside.
I can't believe Rory or Sven didn't mention that.
Well, maybe we did talk about
useless.
so much other stuff. Maybe they get
Man, that's
I
useless.
did mention everything
Absolutely
else.
useless.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they're selling. He was probably asking you, what beers have you guys got? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. Thanks.
We're talking about that. We do a Bruce's Tips segment. If you could tell anybody out and all our listeners and stuff like that, if you could tell them one tip to do when you walk into the Limestone Coast Brewery, what would be the tip?
Obviously, buy the beer. All of the beer.
All the beers, all 14.
That's practical.
Like a tip coming in here is just buy all of the beers, try every single one, because 100% there's going to be something that you're going to love.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's not been... So I run and organised a Dungeons and Flagons thing here.
Oh,
We co-run
yes,
it with
yes.
other people.
I've seen that.
And all we tell people to do is just come in and buy everything at the bar.
Yep.
Don't sneak shit in. Buy...
Who's sneaking stuff in the
Oh,
pubs? Do they still? Do people do that?
People that want a sandwich.
Right.
But it's fine.
Dan likes the sandwiches.
I thought you
Dan
meant
loves
booze. I'm like,
sandwiches.
who's sneaking booze
No.
into a pub?
I know.
No,
man.
no, you're going to walk in. Just at least buy a Coke from the bar or.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Try if you ever try alcohol, just try everything.
Just, yeah.
Tasting paddles. Get 4 tasting paddles and just go for it. 100%.
Hell yeah.
You'll find something you love.
You said Dungeons and Beers before.
Oh, Dungeons and Flagons.
Flagons.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of guys associated with other breweries several years ago. They decided to get together and go, we love Dungeons and Dragons.
Yep.
We love beer.
Yep.
And they drink a lot of beer, they brew beer, they are working with other brewers, everything. They were like, fuck it, we'll just create Dungeons and Flagons. And they kicked off at Dutch Trading Co. before they did the refurb and changed names.
Yep.
And so we're playing there for a few years. And then one day someone said, Dan, you love Limestone Coast Brewing. They've got good tables. Why don't you organise to run an event in Malaga with these guys? And I was like, all right, well. And I did, and that was around September last year.
Brilliant.
Wow.
And then it was like a
Pretty
couple
decent.
of years.
Yeah.
So then we've got 2 groups that run between here and, well, it's now, so it went from DTC to Fox Friday, and they went there, bad. And then no, they shut down, and then they moved there. So the one group runs Fat Brewing in Vic Park, I think they are, or somewhere. I've never been. No.
There's that one strip in Vic Park that everyone goes on about.
Yeah.
And it's always, let's start at the Balmoral. And then we're just going to hit every bar on the way out.
That's the way to go. It's always the way.
That's a big thing in Vic Park.
Yeah.
Don't worry about Vic Park itself, just that one strip.
You just want the one strip with where the drinks are.
But now you brought it
the
to
rum.
Limestone Coast Brewing.
Yeah, so I brought it here, and so we've got 2 groups that are running.
Do the games get intense? Because Dungeons
Chaos.
and Dragons is Stranger Things. I've only seen new 2 episodes, so don't talk about.
Oh, the new
Dungeons and
episode's
Dragons.
out. The new
There's
season.
4.
Yeah,
I've only
yeah.
seen 2. That's what I'm going to say.
I watched 2 last
I'm
night.
excited.
I watched 2 last night as well.
I've got.
Did you watch 1 and go, I can't leave it there?
Yeah. Same. Yeah, I did.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
like.
That was me. I
That
couldn't
was
leave
me
it
last
there.
night.
100%. I'm going to get on there and do it.
Yeah.
I need the whole season.
Are you going to wait? You're going to wait till they're all out?
I'm gonna wait.
So New Year, I think New Year's...
Christmas, isn't it Christmas?
Christmas
Oh.
they release
The
a
last
few, but I think
Piracy.
by New Year's you should be able to watch them all.
Yeah.
Nah.
But then you've got to
And
avoid.
then-
You've got to avoid everything though on
On
social media.
Facey, you just got to, as soon as you see, because people are losing their shit already, you
I
just
know.
got
And
to
then
scroll.
mid-January, Netflix will remove it.
Yes.
Nah!
You know it's going to happen just to get their money in. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
But great show. But yeah, they must have done a lot for Dungeons and Dragons in terms
That's, I
of
think,
raise.
where like a lot of it. So Dungeons and Flagons started quite before that boom happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
So then they were going and were running monthly, and we'd have tables of like one table of like 5 people some months, and then maybe 10 people would rock up and
Oh, wow.
it'd like float around.
Yeah.
Now at FAT we're getting about 60 odd people rocking up. And
60 people?
60 people.
that's awesome.
How many
then-
players can you have in Dungeons and Dragons?
You can have as many as you want, but we break them out into like tables of 4 or 5 people.
I was going to say,
So
'cause
then you'll
imagine
have-
that, waiting for your turn.
Oh,
59
no,
people.
no.
Horrible. No, so you'll go. It'll be a table of 4 or 5 players and a DM. So you go 6. So then at FAT you'd have 10 tables.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Here we get about 30. I think 30 odd people.
Yep.
Roughly.
That's still a lot of people to play
And we're
essentially a board
playing
game.
Like 5 tables, which means you need 5 people committed to running the game,
Okay, yeah.
and then 25 people just playing shenanigans.
Yep.
Absolute shenanigans. So that's the most chaos, and then the hardest part, and then the rest of it is dealing with people doing stupid shit.
I was going to say, does anyone kick off at Dungeons and Dragons? Does anyone kick off and go, that's my last time I'll lend you my bloody crystal of
No, they just
sanity or whatever?
They do stupid stuff. They're drinking.
Love it.
They're having fun, and they're like, you know what? Look, probably my most memorable moment there would have been, we're a few beers deep.
Yeah.
We're doing a Christmas Yule Cat session.
Okay.
And then the Yule Cat was this giant cat coming along trying to kill everybody. They killed the Yule Cat. They were meant to just make friends with it.
Oh.
And then they found out they were meant to make friends with it. One of them, for some reason, had a crystal that could apparently bring life back to a creature
Yeah.
if it was put inside them.
Okay.
Oh.
Anyway,
What,
so
physically?
Physically, so then the physically, like in the game.
In the
not,
game.
Not real life.
Yeah.
And-
Danny
Dan
just
would
went
go
somewhere
wild.
else just there.
He went dark.
That's just proper D&D.
But then they put the crystal in the cat's bum. Cat came alive, but was alive again.
Instead of the
But-
other thing they were meant to make friends in.
But you know, like
Cat butt plug.
could have just put it in the mouth. Could have. You know, it's a giant cat, like as big as this room.
You know what I
Do we
picked?
need to clarify this
No,
isn't
no,
real?
no,
Yeah, we just want to.
no, no,
this is what it is.
It's the game.
We're not.
But do you know what
we're
this
not putting
reminds
it
me
into
of?
cats.
And I don't think this is Dungeons and Dragons, sorry. Do you remember that thing on YouTube that went around with Leroy? Join the 4 Beers In lads at the bar, exclusive to Patreon. Get episodes early and exclusive content only on Patreon. Discount on merch and upcoming live shows. Check us out. Patreon.com/4beersin.
Jenkins.
Yes, Leroy Jenkins.
Leroy.
Yeah, Leroy Jenkins. You never seen that?
No, remind me.
Is that, that's not
That's
Dungeons and
Warcraft.
Dragons.
That's Warcraft. That's a video game. That's Warcraft. Yeah.
You need to watch it on YouTube.
Yeah. No, we 100% get people that do that. Yeah.
They do that.
They're 100% like,
God
cool,
damn.
we're going to go in here and there's going to be a lot of things that we need to fight and blah, blah, blah. And someone just goes, no, I'm gone.
It's so good. He goes in all rogue, and this guy's trying to be good about it. He's like, God damn it, Leroy! Like,
Leroy.
oh,
right,
Leroy, and they all just die because Leroy.
They're talking about the DPS and that's a damage per second. Not anything else.
They had a leader and everything, and Leroy's like, Leroy Jenkins.
Clearly, you got bored.
So, all right,
He's
so
a legend.
your Bruce's tip is to come down here and play Dungeons and Flagons. And that
On
happens.
the first Wednesday of every month.
every month?
We'll come down as a 4 Beers In crew, and we'll come down and we'll see if we can get
You
in
can
there.
play.
Yep.
Just come in and play.
Sick.
100%.
I think we need to do that. Well, I think there's one final question that we've got for you, Dan, and it needs to be someone who is alive. If you could
100%.
have one person come down and play Dungeons and Flagons,
There's only one person for this.
who would it be?
One person.
One
Yeah.
person.
One person
Has to be
only.
alive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would it be?
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce
Wow.
Campbell.
Bruce
Good
Campbell.
pick.
That is a good answer.
Good
right
answer,
there.
mate.
The
I like that.
only person.
I love that.
He could come
Dan's
in.
lost. Dan's lost.
Who is Bruce Campbell?
God, Dan, explain.
Well,
I love that. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want
Bruce
to
Campbell.
you know-
Bruce Campbell.
And you
Yeah.
knew
He's the
Bruce
guy in,
Campbell.
Living
Chainsaw.
Dead.
I'll give you,
yeah.
Chainsaw.
Chainsaw what?
Chainsaw, yeah.
Chainsaw Hand. Not Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no,
don't borrow a shotgun.
Do you know Ash vs Evil Dead?
You've dead?
I know the movie Evil Dead.
Dead?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
him.
The guy,
The guy
that's
with the black
the guy acts in Evil
There's
Dead.
2 Evil Deads, right?
Yeah.
There's
No,
4.
no. There's 4 plus the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then some.
Google Bruce Campbell. Show me a
There's a
photo.
game.
I got it. All right.
Right.
Mate,
You will
you
know.
explain, Dan.
You
I'll
will
get
know,
the
mate.
picture
You
up.
will know.
Well,
What's
you
the other
guys
one?
knew straight
There's
away.
the other show, Sam Axe, and he plays Sam Axe in the movie, and he what's the TV series is about the other guy.
Come up. It'll come up.
So Bruce Campbell.
Briscoe.
Oh,
County
that guy.
Jr.
Yeah,
you
so
know.
he was the main actor in Evil Dead. That is his
Oh,
go-to.
the Evil Dead dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Evil
yeah,
Dead
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
But like he could rock up as Ash from the Evil Dead. He could rock up and play as
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubba Hotep. So you know the
Yep.
movie Bubba Hotep, and he played Elvis. No,
You guys know.
yeah, Elvis. So he could be Elvis. He could come up and play as the Man with Two Brains. Another terrible movie he's done. He's like the B-side king.
Yeah.
He
Yep,
could come
okay,
up and
yeah.
be the ring announcer in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man,
Oh,
where
okay.
Sam fights
mine.
Macho Man.
So there's Bubba
Yes,
Hotep,
yeah.
Army Darkness, the Evil Dead, Ash versus the Evil Dead. He's yeah.
Wasn't
He's
he
in
in?
loads.
He was in Winnie
did
the
he make
Pooh
an appearance
Christmas?
in Doctor Strange?
Yeah, he would have.
At the end, it was at the end or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Or-
because Doctor Strange
The zombie one. Where was the?
with the zombie, and
yeah.
that was directed by Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi was the guy that directed all of the Evil Dead movies.
Yep.
Sam
That's
and
right.
Bruce are best mates, and so pretty much any movie that Sam directs. So that's why Bruce is in the original Spider-Man movies.
You've seen Doctor Strange. You watch Marvel movies, don't you, Dan?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know the
I
one
have seen
where-
Doctor Strange. I know who
where-
Doctor Strange
You know the
is.
zombie one?
Yeah, where he
The-
fights Wanda.
I think it was the last Doctor Strange movie.
I kind of didn't watch that
And
one.
he has all the arms and the...
man.
You got homework, mate. You have got homework.
Wow.
The research
How did you let
today
this guy on
is
your podcast?
terrible.
I don't think Doctor
Don't get paid
Strange
for it.
Yeah.
could do a
gonna keep saying
standalone
that.
movie, but they did one, and then they threw in that Wanda. That's the worst Marvel.
Wonder
innit?
Vision? Or...
Oh no, no, she's
Wonder
all right.
Vision is
You know,
awesome.
she's got
You're
two
thinking
twin
the- you're-
sisters. The Olsens, isn't she? She's one of the Olsens.
You're thinking of
I'm thinking of the bloody
Black
War
Panther.
Under. War Under. What's it called?
Yeah, Black Panther.
Yeah, that
Terrible
was the
movies.
worst
Yeah.
Marvel
Yeah.
movie.
we're not
fine.
talking about that. We're not talking about that.
No, we're
will
talking
now.
about
that's
Doctor
all right.
Strange.
Yeah, Wonder Vision, the bird.
Yeah, Wonder Vision's good. So
the
then,
Olsen twin, but not the
the-
Olsen twin. Olsen twin's
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the-
You're right.
She's
the
stunning.
Doctor's-
Yeah.
So Bruce Campbell,
Yep.
if we go back to Bruce,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell was
Yeah,
in
yeah. He's in that.
that
is he?
movie.
He's
the,
in that
the
Doctor
one
Strange.
where Doctor Strange fights Wanda.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen
Yeah.
that one.
Ah,
so he's in
well,
that,
there
is
you
he?
he's in that. So
No,
you
you're
like-
still
oh,
thinking of
watch that, I
Black,
can
you're
watch
still
that.
thinking of Black Panther. I know you
Yeah.
are.
What
No,
about...
I
Where-
watched that
Dan-
once, never watched it again.
Dan, we'll take Dan out.
Yeah,
I like
you
the
will
idea.
educate
I like the
him.
idea.
Oh,
of
take
Black
him
Panther.
out.
We'll
Like,
take him
so
out.
like,
No,
out the
no,
back.
And the
no,
back.
no,
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 we
no.
will.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
We'll do it before.
No,
Biz
edit
in.
it. When everyone
Yeah.
goes Bruce Campbell, you just hear, yeah. And
Bruce
that's it.
Campbell. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it now. Bruce Campbell,
Dan-
And then
yeah.
you read out all the movies he's been in.
Every movie.
Well, Dan,
Yeah.
it's been an absolute pleasure to
No,
have you
it's
come on our
pleasure.
Thank you
podcast.
so much, mate.
It's great to see you down in Limestone Coast Brewery. You've done nothing but praises for the place.
Yeah,
and
a
we will
legend.
make sure that we'll bring the full biz down, the crew to come down and play. So I've got to make sure I get this right. So
Dungeons and
Flanagan's.
Flanagan's.
Not Flanagan. Flagons.
No.
What the hell's
Oh,
Flanagan's?
you made me
then?
say that because you said it.
Flanagan's is
Did
like
you
a...
say it
Irish-
as well?
Because you no, I said it because you said it. I was like,
Flanagan's, isn't that an Irish pub?
It is
Yeah, I
Flagons,
know. It's
yeah.
bloody nightmare.
Dungeons and Flagons.
Dungeons and Flagons.
First
Like-
Wednesday of every month,
Yes.
we will be down here to do a full biz in crew on that. But thank you very much for being part of
Legend.
it.
Yeah, thank
And
you
also-
very
do you
much.
have a website or anything about like?
We're working on it. We got a Facebook page.
Yep.
That works.
That's
we got
cool.
groups.
All right. That's a shout
Dungeons
out.
and Flagons Perth.
Yep.
Go for it on Facebook.
Well, cheers, Dan.
Cheers, Dan.
Cheers.
Thanks for
Cheers.
all
All
biz
biz
in.
in.
All
Biz
biz
in.
in.